Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right. We got a cool topic for our sales today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. What is our cool topic for today? Our cool topic for today is selling. What are some great ideas to be able to get sales leads? I'm just saying, in real estate and almost any kind of business that's trying to get you to make some money, honey. So we're going to talk about how do we get some leads to be able to sell our products, sell our services. And recently, this past week, I was at a meeting and we had a conversation about, how people get leads so they're able to build their business in real estate. And I'm telling you what, these ladies that were there shared some very personal information, but they also were very transparent. They specified that, especially one of the ladies, she said that her husband was probably one of the biggest persons who's helped her opportunity to get leads. She says because he works in a particular business and they deal with a lot of different landscapings, and these people, believe it or not, they make some pretty damn good money. And she says because of my husband saying all these great things about me, he goes to meetings all the time, he's always doing stuff, he shares who I am. And I thought, wow, that was pretty, at least she was honest about it. And then the other lady says, yeah, my husband, he's terrible, he don't know he doesn't know how to promote me at all. But then she specified some of the things that I like to do to get leads is, she said she had 3 kids. And with her 3 kids, she says she liked to get involved with the PTA. And I know you probably may, PTA, I don't want to do that, because she gets a chance to talk with people that are like-minded that have children. And children and families, they need a home and they need a place to live. So that was one of the places where she started getting her leads. She does the baseball and the football programs all through the year. So she's also the person who gets the food. She's also one who serves the food and these parks and these baseball parks, these softball. It's just amazing. And she shares it with us, and people trust you. And when you do things to help other people and you're doing it basically for your kids and for the family, by working outside of the house, by helping others, by doing that, you're creating leads. And they have all these different things. They were talking about wine tasting parties with other realtors, with other people, with customers. They talked about doing things with past customers to create leads, like renting out a movie theater. I thought, wow, that was pretty doggone interesting. Renting out a movie theater for people who have already purchased, and then staying up on top and building those relationships. I had another friend of mine, she's in real estate, and she says the way she gets her leads is she farms her community, which means she goes out and knocks on the doors, tells people about the houses that were sold in the community within the last few months. She talks about, the pricing, what's going on with the market. She hands out a flyer and she captures information. I was like, wow, that's a pretty great idea. And she's very successful. She also does stuff that, these people, they get these little bags and these little gifts and these little things when they do open houses. And the way they create leads is by giving them a gift. And if the other person that comes to the home doesn't have representation, there's your lead. There's your opportunity. It's all about how you have a conversation. That's how I got my first sale in real estate. I did open houses. Remember, we're talking about getting leads to be able to sell real estate or to sell anything. I did those open houses, and I still do them, and I do a lot of them for free. And a lot of times people do videos. Now, a lot of times when you do videos and open houses, it may not be the property that you're selling. But what it does is it gets you viewed. It gets people to see you as a realtor, as a salesperson who's in the sales field of selling and helping people buy homes. And I'm going to tell you what, it's really amazing. And how do you get leads? It's amazing. And these people, they were telling me, like I said, I used to work with this company called Adams Homes. Now, they are a builder. And what they did, they were really well known for building all brick homes. And man, I'm telling you what, they were gorgeous. And at one point they were really affordable, but prices have gone up and everything. But what I used to do to get leads and how I got other sales is on those days off that those salespeople, they were there 5 or 6 days a week and from bell to bell, and they needed a day off. So old Gary Lee, to keep the doors open, I would go do open houses or work for these builders for free, talk to customers and realtors that would come in, and I would create opportunities to sell to people who didn't have a representation. Because if you're buying homes, you better have a realtor. I don't care, because those contractors, they're really nice. They take care of their customers, they build stuff, but there may be some things that you need to make sure that they do every time. And as a realtor, one of the benefits that you get is helping your customers. So there's leads and ways to get it. Like I said, I do a lot of open houses. Now, I know some other people who do sporting events. They go to sporting events and they give their time for free. Where we got the Jacksonville Jaguars here, and United Real Estate Gallery is the company I work for, and they have a booth sometimes. And some of the people, they will go to these events and they will share, we appreciate you. Here's some different literature, and they get contacts, they get leads, they get opportunities, because you never know where you're going to get your next opportunity. And like I said, you have kids. If you have kids, you have your schools. Your schools have all these different programs and times where you're able to get together with other family members from other families. I'm just saying, and by you being a realtor, you can offer your assistance to answer questions to people who may have questions. If you are a salesperson like me, I'm in sales for over 40 years. I told you I'd tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all, and things that, sometimes may frustrate you, but sales is not easy. But you have to figure out how to become a great salesperson. And by doing so, I hope you'll glean some information. I got over 1,000 videos on every topic there is to talk about selling: the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. So today we're talking about selling and creating leads. One of the key things that I like to do is I like to carry my business cards with me. I carry them in a nice little container, a little plastic thing. And I like to have little elevators, opportunities when I'm going up an elevator or run into people. I always ask people, this is how you create a lead, is what kind of work do you do? Oh, really? Okay. And you got a big family? Oh, man, tell me more. And do you own a house, or what, are y'all renting? So you're creating value, you're asking good questions in a short amount of time, and letting people know I am a salesperson. That's how you create leads. Always hand out my business card. You may think that's old fashioned, but sometimes people refer those. They put them on magnets. Is another way that you can create benefits, is you can get a card that's got your picture on it with the United Real Estate Gallery or whoever, and it has a magnet, and you can put it on the refrigerator. Especially if you have friends and families, and give them out and send them out as gifts during the holidays. Sending people a calendar, it's got your picture on it. It's a way to create leads. Another way to create leads is you can go business to business, and you can let them know, here's a flyer. I'm working in the area, so if you have people here who may need a home, or if they're looking to rent, I have the capability to help them. And you hand those flyers out. Anytime you're out and about, if you have the capability, and if you can get magnets that specify what product or service you sell. I sell real estate, so for the longest time I got to get some new ones because we changed companies. You put magnets that specify what you sell. And it's really cool for creating leads and stuff. And you want it to be big enough and bold enough with a telephone number for people to call you. So remember that, guys. And also another way to create business and get leads is, like I said, people have cell phones, and you have the capability now with your phone, if you have this program or an app, to be able to capture their information. Hey, how you doing today? Oh, it's nice to meet you, John. So, okay. Well, it was really nice to meet you. I'd like to give you my business card. Let me see your phone. And then you tap on it. And what it does is it gives them your information, but it also captures their information. And sometimes it's able to look at their phone logs and phone and all the people who are in their database. So that may give you the capability to reach out. And remember, you've got past customers. The best referrals and the best new business is old business. And what that means is you let your customers know if you know anybody who needs my help, your family, your friends who may need some additional assistance, maybe some questions answered about real estate or whatever product you're selling. People are open to that because they like to help people that help them. Always be clean, always have your hair brushed clean cut, and take care of your hygiene. And you want to smell good. And remember, we're talking about how to get leads. You can go on to Zillow, OpCity. There are different platforms, Boomtown. These are opportunities, Facebook, Instagram, where you can put out information and let people know that you're a salesperson. I have an app on my phone. You can use mine, which is YourRealEstateSalesGuy.com. That says YourRealEstateSalesGuy.com. And when you click on that, it takes you directly to United Real Estate Gallery. And you can look at all the homes that are for sale or for rent in the community in Jacksonville, St. Augustine, and surrounding counties. But by me having that capability to be able to share my website, that's another way to create leads. And you always want to remember when you're trying to create leads, you want good leads. So you do have to ask good questions. Not everybody is able to purchase at that time, but people who have a willingness or an inkling to want to purchase something, they need some help. So our whole goal is to reach out to them and give them some assistance, walk them through the difficult process and be able to help them. I've had some customers that couldn't purchase in the beginning. We had to help them with their credit, and I did that. I got them set up with finance company, financing people. It took over a year, and they remember me because I did extra things. I reach out to different, companies that are in financing. David Wakefield is one of my favorite with Prime Lending. This guy is always doing different things to create leads. I get signage, big old signs I put out in people's yards. I go and knock on doors, and I tell people about who I am. I go to Instagram and I do my open houses. I let people see the insides of houses, and now I'm starting to see a lot more people are doing it. Not to say that I started it, but it's funny that a lot of people are starting to do that a lot because they see that nobody's going to bite you. And it's a little tough at first, but once you start doing it over and over, it gets really easy. And that's how I was able to create my Instagram channel and get over 50,000 followers in a short amount of time, was because I was looking to help people. I was doing open houses for other people. I would go see these houses and create value. And it helps the salesperson that you're working with, but it also helps create leads for you. There are many different ways to create leads. One of the biggest things, like I said, is Facebook. People, they're always clicking on stuff. So if you have a CRM like Boomtown, it's really kind of a nice benefit, because what it does is it captures their information, what they're looking for, their price range, and you can actually see what they're looking at, and gives you that capability. Because I work with United Real Estate Gallery, and we want to make sure that our salespeople have good tools to be able to create leads. And my simple job is, like I said, I go everywhere. I tell everybody what I do. I'm a salesman. So get out there and sell something, but we ain't asking for the order. We ain't selling. And today we just had a simple conversation about how to create leads. You got to pick up that heavy phone. You got to go knock on those doors. You may have to buy leads. There's Zillow. There are different platforms that would love, Realtor.com, that would love to be able to help you, because they make money off of you getting the lead, you calling, you talking to the customer, You set the appointment for the customer to go out and look at what they were interested in. That may not even be what they're interested in. They may or may not be able to, but what you've done is you put them in your pipeline. You've been able to create value, and you're getting points, and also you're getting the capability to get more leads. And these different platforms, they offer these, which I really appreciate. And if you're looking to do it the old-fashioned way, go knock on some doors. Start talking to people. Start getting those business cards. Put those magnets on the side of your cars. Carry around flyers. Invite people to go do different events. When you start selling stuff, create that value. Call them. Let them know they're important and they matter. Let people be appreciated. Get your referrals by doing it the old-fashioned way, asking for them. So the key to success, guys, is you got to get out there and sell something. But if you ain't asking for the order and you're not getting leads, it's really hard to be able to sell something and get good leads from people who can afford to get what you're trying to sell. You got to get the right leads, okay? All right. Getting those leads, okay?